Hello and welcome to another edition of the Semi-Disciplined Multidisciplinarian. I am your companion and constant curiosity, Ed Mikowski, and today I am announcing the kickoff of working on this here bike, a Kawasaki triple. It is a two-stroke, three-cylinder, air-cooled motorcycle from the 70s. I will get into the reasons why I'm working on this bike in particular as my first restoration, even though several people have told me it's really not the ideal bike to make your first project, but sometimes it falls in your lap, hey? That said, if any of you are renters of Kawasaki triples or of other vintage Japanese or other bikes in particular, feel free to please let me know the things you've picked up on over the years in the comments, any tricks, tips, things to do or not do that you found to be of value. I am game to listen to your expertise and experiences. So let me get into why I'm working on this bike in particular. As with how many excellent ideas are formed in Wisconsin, I was sitting at the bar when this guy I know said to me, "Hey, Ed, I got all these parts of a complete motorcycle sitting in my basement. They've been there for nearly 10 years. I haven't made it a running bike yet. I'm tired of looking at it. Every time I see these parts, it's just reminding me of how I haven't gotten it done yet. Do you want this thing?" I said, "I don't know. Let me do a little research. I don't know much about those. Does it have a title?" And he said, "No, it doesn't have a title." I said, "Oh, well, I imagine I'd probably just race it then if I can't ride it on the street." He said, "Well, if you're going to race it, you can just have this thing." I said, "Okay, I think I'm interested. Thank you. Let me do some research." So I did a little research. More than anything, I just thought, how would I ever turn down a free motorcycle? That seems silly. Fast forward a few days, I go to Mike's house, pick up all the random motorcycle parts that are in their various separate pieces. Some are in boxes, some are in bags. It's all been taken apart and separated. Um, all these parts are driven to my house and placed in my living room, and then eventually my shed, and then now they're in my basement, which is a pretty ideal working environment. It's about 60 degrees in here throughout the winter, so certainly a much more pleasant place to be wrenching on something than an unheated shed which has no power in the middle of Wisconsin winter. Well, and then a couple of weeks after I acquired this bike from my friend Mike, I posted on a forum, "Hey, I stumbled on this Kawasaki triple. Anybody have some parts?" A guy in Michigan replies, "Oh, I've had this bike in my barn for, I don't know, 30, 40 years now," something like that. It's a KH400 Kawasaki two-stroke triple. You're welcome to come get it. It's $300 for everything. So at this point, I have about 1.7 Kawasaki 350 and 400cc bikes that I'm going to work into turning into one bike, hopefully within the spectrum of wintertime transitioning into riding season. So as you can see, these bikes are clearly far from being in running shape. I'm hoping to transition these two parts bikes into one running bike this year. I have, in that direction, How to Restore Your Motorcycle, the second edition, and Kawasaki Triples, the Haynes Guide. That's what I'm looking to get started with. I'm hoping to get these two bikes into one running bike by the beginning of riding season so I can have something to scoot around on. I also do have an ultrasonic cleaner that I'm looking forward to using for parts that'll fit within this machine to clean things off, to get them degreased, whatnot. But if you have ideas, suggestions, things you've learned from these bikes, please throw it at me. I am game to learn from your experiences. So thank you for your time, and I hope you will join me along on this two-stroke triple experience.